Hello, how you doing there?
Man, Zach, I'm doing great, my man. How about you?
Blessed as always.
That's right.
Glad to
Too
be
blessed,
here.
too blessed to be stressed. Hey, man. In the fantasy show, I was explaining to Lacey about. Remember when Prince Akeem came over and he was trying to impress the father at McDowell's, and he was talking, and we was talking about the Packers and the Giants, and then so I said, hey, it was a skit there, where he was talking about the game,
Yes.
and then the guy and the father told him, hey, stay off the drugs.
Yeah,
Yes. We gotta get Lacey. We gotta get her watching Coming to America a little bit. The first one.
absolutely. Look, how about the first and only one? But
Yes.
yeah,
Let's keep it that way. Let's not add any more. I mean, that second one didn't do it for me. But yeah. But everybody, welcome to the show. Today is October the 11th. Year is 2022. Sports Brothers. He's Zach. I'm Mr. 411. Today we're going to cover NFL Week 5. We'll touch on Week 6 a little bit, but mainly Week 5. We're going to talk about the struggles of Russell Wilson. We're going to even talk about Draymond Green and Punchgate. And then, we got some other things going on too. We have a lot of people in the studio. Uh, they're chomping at the bit. I hope they're not back there brawling. It's a lot of NFC East people in the back. And so there's probably a lot going on. And we may have to get them out of there soon before they tear each other apart, especially when we talk about the Cowboys and the Eagles, which highlights week 6. That should be a good game.
hopefully it will be.
Yes, sir. All right. Sports Brothers, here we go.
And we're back.
Yes, sir. And you know that beat goes hard, Zach. You know it does. I mean, look at the bricks, how they bust through Sports Brothers. I mean, it goes hard, man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
no complaints. I'm
You
gonna agree with you.
remember that song Easy had? Too hard, you know what I'm saying? There you go, Sports Brothers. All right. Everybody, please do the following.
Favorite part of the show, and we thank everyone because we keep getting more every week, so it's a blessing.
Exactly, Zach. Very well. Very well stated. All right. We need it. And Lacey gonna jump on me because I didn't do that in the fantasy football show. So I gotta make sure I double up next week.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about it, Zach. Man, some of the NFL Week 5. Man, what a game! What a game! 12-9. The Colts eke one out against the Broncos, and we'll talk about Russell Wilson a little bit later. But 12-9. I mean, what an exhilarating game! What a reason to get Amazon Prime. But it is what it is. But the Colts came out with a victory, 12-9. Like I said, we'll talk about that a little more in depth. You have Prime, right? So I think you catch all of those games in
I
full.
do. Yes, sir. Most
Yep,
definitely.
absolutely. Man, look at the symmetry here between Matt Ryan and Matt Stafford. 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions apiece, and they've been sacked 21 times. So it's been a rough go for both of those quarterbacks so far.
Agreed.
Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely.
Yes, sir. Monday night football. We're gonna go ahead and get the Monday one out the way. It was a fun game to watch. The Kansas City Chiefs won by a point, 30-29. Man, what we definitely need to touch on this for just a second though. Did you see where the quarterback the coach went for two?
Of course I did.
Come on, Zach. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't get it. But I'll even go. I'm assuming you're talking about when the Raiders went for two after they scored to make it 30-29.
Yeah,
But I'll
absolutely.
but I'll go before that. The Chiefs scored to go up 7 and they went for two instead of kicking an extra point. And everybody's trying to explain the analytics of everything. And if analytics is telling you that when you're up 7, go for 2, so you can, I guess, secure the game instead of having a 8-point lead and then they have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, then you need to throw analytics out. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm starting to think now that coaches are just using the analytics as an excuse to make bad decisions, because I don't get why the Raiders didn't kick the extra point. And everybody is going to tell, oh, you're going for the win and you're doing what? Yes, if it's like 5 seconds left in the game
Yeah.
and you go for 2, then I get it. You going for the win. It's
Right.
4 minutes and change left in the game.
Come on.
It's kind of like Harbaugh. Regardless of whatever happens, the other team gets the ball and they either get to go kick a field goal to take the lead, or they get to go score a touchdown and you have to come back. So you might as well tie the game or kick the field goal and take the lead, and then you get the ball back and do whatever. And I'm not understanding why everybody doesn't think they can play defense. Like, you're just, don't even go out there with a defense then. If you can't play defense, don't put anybody out there. Just let the other team score, because it sounds like that's what the Raiders were saying. But the Raiders, though I like their skill players and said they had the best skill players in that division, they're a low IQ team. They really are. And Devontae Adams, anybody that's saying he's the best wide receiver in the NFL, you got to tell me why, because it feels like Aaron Rodgers made a lot of him now. Raiders did a lot of poor things to give that game away last night, among other things. Like, you just name it, they pretty much did it. They get a stop on the Chiefs. Chiefs going to kick a field goal, and you got a guy that yanks an offensive
Yeah.
lineman. And I'm going to assume that they have to know that's a penalty. And instead of them kicking 3, even if they'd have made it, like, let's say the reason why the kid missed the field goal is because you yanked the offensive lineman and somebody came through, they still would have only, it'd have been 3 points instead of the 7. So Raiders are a dumb team, and that's one it seems I was very wrong about as far as what they're going to do.
Well, they're definitely doing what bad teams do, which is find a way to lose. You know what I'm saying? They find a way to lose, and man, I couldn't agree with you more about the convert to going for 2 and all that stuff. You know, so we're not gonna beat a dead horse on it, but you know my philosophy on that, Zach. You just keep kicking the ones until you absolutely need the 2. Just keep it simple. You know, just keep it simple like that. Don't outsmart yourself.
I just, as I said, I don't get it. Like, I'm just confused. It confuses me, as I said, because the whole thing, like, you'd have been up 1. Did you think Kansas City was going to say, oh my God, they're up 1 point, game's over? We just run the last 4 minutes off the clock. They had 3 timeouts left.
Right.
If your defense couldn't stop them, then they're going to get 3 points or a touchdown. With McDaniels, I didn't understand the decision. I didn't understand the decision with the guy for the Ravens. And if you want to go to Sunday, I know this is coming off the game, but with the Chargers, they have a chance to win the damn game, and the coach is like toward the middle of the field, and he's going for it on 4th and 2 instead of punting the damn ball. Like, I just don't get these decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're talking about, like, that's the game where the Chargers they won by 2, only because Cleveland missed the field goal. You know what I mean? So
correct.
He would have had a lot of questions to answer, which he had anyway, but he definitely would have had a ton more to answer in a loss. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with all these 2-point conversion stuff. I mean, either let's get rid of kickers then if we're not going to do this stuff. But yeah, that was a good one. Glad you touched on that game. Detroit mollywop by the Patriots. Man, we'll talk about the Jets in a minute, but the Commanders go down again, find another way to lose. The 49ers took advantage of their situation, took out the Panthers, and man, the Steelers.
And
go ahead, Zach.
I say, and Matt Rule is fired. I said we wouldn't make it to the second quarter before he got fired, and they didn't fail.
Yes, you called it. And it will be up on the on our YouTube page, clip of that prediction. As you did, you said that last week. And that's why everybody needs to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification button, Zach. My Seahawks, man, they fell short to New Orleans. Again, a lot of points on the board, but giving up a ton. And, New Orleans doesn't even have their starting quarterback, 39 points on the board, But hey, again, for my Seahawks, competitive and then take the L, I'm good with that. Let's keep doing that.
They're gonna win some games. Like
But
Geno Smith and that off. Like y'all just lost a running back. Depending on how you can fill in with that, but their offense looks pretty good. Like Geno looks like a competent quarterback.
yeah, and the fantasy people know that if they watched our show at 6 o'clock, they know to pick up Geno if you need a quarterback. Man, the Bears lose again. The Ravens with a game winner. They eke by the Bengals, and let's see, the Falcons. They fell to Tampa, and we're going to talk about that one in a little bit. We're actually going to have somebody in to break down that sack. So everybody don't go anywhere because we're going to break down that Tom Brady. What is it, Grady? Grady on Brady.
Jarrett. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk
Brady
about that
Brady.
situation. Yeah. Houston, man, Jaguars, where you at? Man, they just not getting it done.
Quarterback's not getting it done. Interception in the end zone.
Yep.
Quarterback's killing them right now with his turnovers.
Yes, sir. Okay. And then, so Lacey Dawson, we'll go ahead and let y'all know she's going to be in the studio here any moment. Her Jets, 40. They put a 40 burger up on the Miami Dolphins, who just 2 weeks ago was the talk of the town. Great win there for the Jets. Her Giants, 27-22.
Better win.
Over the Packer from Green Bay. And so that's two victories there for Lacey. I know she'll have something to say about that shortly. And the Philadelphia Eagles, they are 5-0, Zach. The Eagles are 5-0, and they, in a close one, they took out the Cardinals, which leaves us to, and there you see Jalen Hurts with the 5-0 record there. It leads us to one more matchup. We need to put that score back up. Producers, please hurry up and get that done. All right, appreciate that. Cowboys, 22-10. They went to Los Angeles and took out the Rams, the defending Super Bowl champions. And man, Dallas, man, their defense is looking good.
Defense is real.
Yeah.
Defense is legit. They need help on offense, but defense is real.
Yeah. And as you can see there are the teams that have not allowed multiple touchdowns in a game this season. And you see that star right there.
And they get after the quarterback. Like Micah Parsons, look, for a team that didn't want him, they got very lucky and fortunate. Like he's going to be a Cowboy for life now. He has changed the way they play defense.
Yeah, and there you go. Look at the standings in the NFC East. Philly 5-0, Dallas with 4-1, and look at the Giants with 4-1. So it's tighter than anyone would have expected. And right now, this division is looking real strong. Zach?
All of those teams, I'd say, are exceeding expectations. Maybe not Philly. I think Philly was a pick by a lot of people to maybe make the NFC Championship, if not the Super Bowl. So good job, NFC East so far.
All right. Going to give a couple quick shout outs, and then we're going to bring our guest in. It's going to get full up in here, Zach, but we're going to bring him in. All right. Give a shout out to Black Tie. DJ Black Tie, 478-973-3669. 478-973-3669. If you're in the Middle Georgia area, check out Black Tie. We are on Blackjack TV. We thank the Jack for the simulcast of our show. You catch us on YouTube, but the simulcast is on Blackjack TV. That's www.blackjacktv.net. All right, Zach, after this quick commercial break, the studio's going to be full. Trust me.
Good.
All right, we'll be right back.
right.
It is crowded up in here. Check out GG Events NYC. If you're in the New York area, and I know a lot of our Blackjack TV viewers are, GG Events NYC should get your party set up. That's GG Events 718@gmail.com. You also can find it on Linktree. We'll let that roll across the bottom as we talk about the NFC East. But before we do that, let's introduce everybody that's here. We have in the bottom right-hand corner there, Nick, and you can tell what team he likes. What's up, Nick?
What's going on? What's going on?
All right. Lacey Dawson. What's going on, Lacey?
Nothing much.
All right. Where's your Jets and Giants hat at?
They're in Georgia. Sorry.
All right. Jerry Galloway.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? Jerry Galloway, what's happening?
What's up, T?
All right. Big time Cowboys fan right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And he also has a surprise for us later on. So hang in there. Randy, what's up? Philly Red Zone. What's happening?
How y'all doing? Y'all can hear me good?
Very good. Loud and clear.
All right. That's
I'm
the
sure
Philly way.
I'm sure them Cowboy fans hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
here. We here. We here.
All right, let's talk about NFC East, and then we'll cap it off with the Cowboys and Eagles matchup. So, Lacey, we'll let you go first. Your Jets and Giants.
I can't complain.
All right, feeling good about it?
I'm feeling great about it.
All right.
Nobody saw this coming, least of all me. I didn't think it could happen. But and for the record, I just want to display one last thing. It's not me. It's my other half. That's his problem over there. But you see what he's got. The Texans.
Hey, don't blame me. He's trying.
I mean, with this is good stuff. I'm enjoying it. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Knocking on wood, but I'm hoping for the best. I know Philly's trying to run away with it, but the Cowboys and the Giants are not having it. This is great. I haven't been this excited about the NFC East in years. So,
all right, well, the division's on fire, so very impressive right now.
Yes.
Yep. And somehow, some way, all these NFC East people in the building right now. But all right, so let's jump on this. The Eagles and the Cowboys. It's a huge matchup coming up this weekend. So I'm certain that all of us are going to be tuning in for this one. And so I'm going to. It's 2-on-1 right now. So we'll let Randy get the first swing at it. You talk about the Eagles and what you think about this matchup.
I mean, this matchup is what the Eagles need. I believe, they come out of this with the win, which I believe they will. This is going to put the league on notice. I mean, they already on notice, but they'll really be on notice. I mean, you hearing about how vaunted the Dallas defense is, and, they haven't given up, multiple touchdowns. I'm just letting you know that ends on Sunday night. There will be multiple touchdowns via Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Quez Watkins, Zach Pascal, Grant Calcaterra. I mean, need I say more?
No.
The number one offensive line in the league. I mean, that's all I'm saying. It's going to be an electric game. Cooper Rush. Yeah, 106 6 yards. That's not going to fly. He's going to have to put that ball in the air.
Yeah.
The defense sell out, stop the run, and make Mr. Cooper Rush show you what he made of. 2 picks, 1 forced fumble, multiple sacks. I mean, it's just gonna get ugly. That's all I'm saying.
Uh-oh. All right. Let's go, Jerry.
Well, I can't say too much because I'm a Phillies fans too. But I think just like you was trying to express at first is that people still don't believe in Philly. I think everybody's still holding their breath like, nah, they really ain't real. They're not really dead. So that's why they count on them to beat the Cowboys. But I looked at the stats. They haven't beat the Cowboys since when? 2010. Last year they lost 56 to 56 to 10. The last time they played them, something like that. So it doesn't really look too
against
good.
backups.
Huh?
Against backups.
Against backups, hey, put whoever get on the field. They got on that Philly jersey. Hey, we don't care. I hear that all the time.
I totally agree.
But seriously though, with my Cowboys though, I do think that I think Cooper Rush can get it done if he's just passing. I think Dak, when he want to put on his Superman cape, gives us a better option. I think Dak allows us a little more options as far as running, being able to throw the ball, because I think the offense for Dallas right now is set up for just about any quarterback to come in there and throw that ball, because our defense is leading the way, right? We got Michael Gallup back now, so that's another option for us. I'm still not sold on 88. I don't know if he deserved to wear 88 jersey yet. He haven't proved that to me yet. So, but I'm hoping, because he's still a little afraid to come across the middle. So, but I do think the Cowboys are going to win. I actually think the score is going to be like 24-3 Cowboys.
Wow. Well, go ahead and pile on, Nick. Go ahead and pile on, Nick.
All right. So let me start with Dak Prescott. Honestly, I'm hoping he doesn't play. I watched him all season last season, then I watched him the first game of this season. His feet don't stay still. He doesn't plant his feet, so he can't drive the ball right. He's inaccurate. I think Cooper Rush has got this offense playing together well. I think he's got a real good repertoire with Noah Brown, which has really, really helped the offense a lot. And then having Michael Gallup come in, it just adds to it. I'm with you on CeeDee Lamb. I think he drops too many passes, wide open passes, which was the same problem I had with Dez Bryant. But all in all, I think the offense is kind of hitting on all cylinders right now with Cooper Rush at quarterback. There's nothing I can say bad about the defense. I honestly think the score is going to be 24-21 Dallas. I think it's going to be a 3-point game. It's going to be close. It's going to come down to a game-winning field goal. So, but I do have faith in Philly too. I told your dad before the season started that when they picked up AJ Brown, I kind of thought that kind of put them in a position to really have a tremendous offense, and they have all season. As far as your Giants go, I picked Saquon Barkley to win the rushing title this year. So, I like how the NFC East is looking. I do believe Dallas is going to win this game, but I think they're going to split with Philly on the season. And I think it's going to come down to the last game between Dallas and Philly like it usually does.
With Dallas taking the win.
I hope so.
I didn't get a chance to get my score. I didn't know we was doing the scores in the beginning.
It's a free fall, Randy.
It's funny that we all around that 24 range. I have it different. I have Eagles 24, Dallas 10. I give y'all a late score. A Noah Brown. One of those guys just happened to, run in and, try to make it look interesting. But for the most part, I mean, it's 24-10 Eagles. I like CD. I like Michael Gallup. CD is going to be locked up. I will put, if I'm the D coordinator, I'm putting Bradbury on CD. CD is not super fast. Bradbury will take him away. And you put Slay on Michael Gallup. I mean, and let Minnie Mo and Jack, if they beat you, the Eagles deserve to lose, and I don't see that. So
that's who we've been winning with, it. Not the big guys.
Well, I'll throw my 2 cents in. I say 20-14 Eagles. I think that Dallas defense is going to hold the Eagles to a much lower number than they're used to, but they're not going to be able to stop them. And I think that Dallas is going to put some points on the board as well, just not enough.
Yeah. I just don't think that the Eagles quarterback have not seen the pressure defense that Dallas is going to put on him.
Mm-hmm. But they can run.
Right.
Well,
and I just feel like that's going to create some issues for him. He won't be so comfortable. You know, maybe his first option is going to be to run now, you know, just start taking off running. I think it's going to disrupt a lot of things that chemistry that they got going on right now. So that's why I feel like definitely Dallas would beat them in this first meeting. Maybe the second time they adjust, but I think right now Dallas has the edge because really Dallas has nothing to lose. Everybody really has the record. They're 5-0, and it's like, well, you know, Dallas got the defense, but I think right now, you know, people are really not going to be surprised if Dallas lose. Put it that way. If Philly lose, then they'll be like, well, they should have won anyway. But my feeling is I think Philly, they haven't been tested yet. And I think that's what's going to hurt. I think that's what's going to put the pressure on them, and you'll start to see them turn the ball over. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Well, I mean, again, I know you watch your Cowboys. I watch my Eagles. From week one, Hurts was under pressure. Aaron Glenn threw everything but the kitchen sink and his mama's sandal at Jalen Hurts. And my man put up over 300 plus yards. A.J. Brown went off. The following week, the Commanders, they figured, you know what, we're not going to press them. We're going to play zone and that was the Vikings. We're going to sit back, play zone, and let him beat us with his arm. We don't believe he can do that. He carved them up, 24/7. Now you got the Commanders. They tried to do a little bit of both. We're going to blitz them. We're going to drop back. Another loss. The Jacksonville in that slop game, I was up there and it was horrible. It was worse being there than it was on TV. And hey, line up. We're gonna take the air out of the ball and we're gonna smack you in the mouth and run for over 210 yards. and now this week, last week. The Cardinals defense coordinator blitzing from the left up the A gap on the outsides. He bringing corner blitzes, safety blitzes, and they still Goddard's wide open. We just gonna dink and dunk to our tight end, score, and then we're gonna run close the game out. We're gonna take a 7-minute drive, 17 plays, so ice the game.
So not to interrupt you, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
This is my thing. This is how I look at it. If you look at Philly's season, how it's been going so far, last week they should have lost. Should have lost a game, right?
Should have, would have, could have, but guess what? They did not lose.
They did not. And so my point is that are they really winning, or is it that the other team is not capitalizing on what they're supposed to be doing? Is it the other teams that are not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing to win? And Philly just happened to, hey, okay, well, they didn't capitalize on this play. We won off of that, off a mistake that they made. I think that's where I'm at with Philly. Believe me, I am a Philly fan.
I'm at the same place with y'all. I mean, are y'all really winning, or teams are not executing?
I think
Stafford. Hold on. Stafford's sitting there looking for Mr. Cup every play versus hitting Allen Robinson, Higbee, the guys that's wide open on tape. And he just hold on to the ball. And what happened? First play of the game, strip sack, fumble, Lawrence in a touchdown. I mean, you can look at all of y'all games and say the same thing.
I kind of, I hear you, and I do see where you're coming from, but you got to look at it like this. Dallas is really, and with a backup quarterback pretty much, most of the games, it ain't like we're just blowing people off, off the ball. We're winning by big scores and stuff like that. I really feel like if I had to look at the two teams, I think Dallas is more or less capitalizing and is winning their games. They're putting in the effort to win. So it ain't so much what the other team is not doing causing Dallas to win than it is Philly. And that's no knock at Philly, seriously. I really feel like that a lot of times, like other teams had opportunities that they should have won the game against Philly. I think that the games that Dallas has won, they have clearly shown that, hey, today we are the better team. I don't think Philly has shown that in all the games so far.
You sure about that? Have you watched all the Philly games?
I haven't watched them all, but just the ones I've seen, about 4 of them. So maybe just one I haven't seen. But that's just how I feel.
Last week, they were down 14-0. Jacksonville came out clicking on all cylinders. My squad buckled down and took the lead, iced the game. So they faced adversity. Last week, they also faced adversity with a team coming back. You take a long flight, 5-hour flight out to Arizona. You don't have your legs. You miss your kids. You're just sitting there. You playing a 4 o'clock game. You on the West Coast time, so it's 2-something out there. Your body all confused, and you get a win. The name of the game is get the win.
That's true. Get the win.
Look, I got this hat because of a backup quarterback, so I respect backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And all I'm gonna say is, this is gonna be a great game. After this whooping, we can come back on here next week, and we can talk, football, and we analyze everything. I'm up for it, man.
We definitely gonna have you guys come back, and because we got to get the result. This is the pregame hype, and you guys got to come back. If somebody gonna be facing the music next week, Nick, close us out on this segment, and then Jerry, I'd like for you to hang in there with us because we got to talk about Tom Brady.
All right.
Hold on for just a minute, Mr. 411. I'd like to chime in a little bit because I was just I heard the discussion between Philly Red Zone and Jerry Galloway, and they were each kind of throwing some shade at, are you winning or you're just not losing?
Okay, what you got, Lacey?
And I want to point out that the NFC East, the schedule for everybody is pretty favorable this year. Everybody's playing the AFC South, everybody's playing the NFC North, and everybody's playing the NFC East.
Oh,
I mean, it used to be a cakewalk kind of a division, but like right now, the only scrub team there is Washington Commander.
Yeah.
So everybody's playing in the same boat. Most of the time, you're playing the same teams. You're going to have very, very similar schedules. So whether you win or lose, I think everybody's got the same opportunity.
Yep.
So Philly is 5-0, and Dallas is 4-1. Is Dallas 4-1?
Yeah, that's 4.
Yeah, Dallas 4-1.
Giants is 4-1.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. What I'm saying is, don't make sure you don't get it twisted. It's like everybody's in the same boat. You're all doing well, and I am proud of that. We're all doing well, in the NFC East, unless you're watching.
First time in a long time.
I can't find any of those.
Yeah.
Not right now, anyway.
Very good.
Dallas still is the best team in the division, so that's what we're gonna go with. So I hear you, but we are still the best team. We got 5 Super Bowl rings.
Oh gosh. They're not in the new millennium, so let's leave them where they at. They on VHS.
Hey, Nick, any last comments, Nick?
Okay, so we do got 5. Yeah, they haven't been in this millennium, but they've been in each one of our lifetimes. At least 3 of them. So
we got 2.
Philly
got one.
won.
We about to get another one.
More recently, the Giants have won 2 more recently, but I think everybody in the NFC East except the Redskins, which they're just awful. They're hitting on all cylinders. They're playing good games, and they're all winning their games. I don't think anybody's losing against them. It's just that all the teams are doing great. I've watched all the Philly games. I've watched all the Cowboy games, and I can't really say anything bad about either one of them. I think it's going to be one hell of a game.
All right. Well, there it is.
I'm not going to miss that one.
All right.
All right. Appreciate
It
it.
was real, man.
All right.
Mr. Galloway.
Yes,
Miss
sir.
Lacey, Mr. 411. Appreciate
right.
y'all.
All right.
Nice
All
hanging
right. I
out
appreciate
with
it. Everybody. All right. On the other side of this break, let's talk about Tom Brady.
Okay.
you. All right.
All right.
All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Hey, what's going on? Ernest Bush Jr., CEO and president of East Bush Jr. Boxing Promotion. Over here off of Mercer University Drive, 3555 Mercer University Drive. You want some real good personal training? Meet your goals? Come see me. I can put you to work. Get those goals. Like I said, I'm located over here off of Mercer University Drive, over here in the Mercer Crossing Shopping Center. I'm open every day from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. The number over here is 478-254-5442. Or, if you're serious, you can reach me at my cell, 478-319-1502. Come be a part of a real boxing gym. Everything is real in here. Real trainer, real promoter. I promote pro shows in the city. But what I do best is personal training. I can get you in the best shape of your life. Give me a holler, man. Ladies, men, come holler at me. Self-defense, anti-bullying. I also work with kids, starting from the age of 4 years old. That's right, 4. 4 to 7, and 8 to 16. Come shop with me. Have a great day. Peace.
Oh,
All right. We're back.
okay.
All right. I'm going to play a quick video about Tom Brady. There was a lot of talk about the sack on Sunday, 21-15 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the play, and then we'll talk about it.
Brady on third down scans the field, and he gets sacked. Brady's here and brings him down. But then a flag flies. A flag comes out at the end of the play. Oh my goodness, this is going to go on Atlanta, breaking Falcons' hearts.
Yeah, I don't think Brady slammed Tom to the ground. I think he's coming around and he's got him by the hips and he's rolling through the tackle.
Defense, number 97. 15-yard penalty, automatic.
I'm with you, Coach. I don't understand that one. Brady's coming all the way from here. Watch him come all the way around. Now he's going to be down onto the hips of Tom Brady while he's in pursuit, so he's spinning around too. There's no intent to hurt the quarterback right there. You can see Tom's reaction. There's been a couple of calls here in this situation for Atlanta to hold on.
All right. So there's the play. Jerry, for ladies and gentlemen, Jerry has he officiates football, so he has a football background. He played the game as well. And so Jerry, just give us your quick thoughts on this play.
Well, that's one of those plays, man, that it is hard because I'm sure that the league came down last week after the what's his name from Miami, the quarterback got hurt. And you know as well as I do, they sent down saying that we need you to enforce this at all costs. And so in their mind, you know, I keep hearing people saying the intent. Well, and you know this from basketball as well. It's not about the intent, it's the rule. You know, the intent doesn't have to mean that I'm trying to hurt him. If what you did meets the definition of the rule, then it leaves me no choice but to throw the flag. Now, you know, we can get into game management situation. I think that the referee, if he felt that that's what was roughing the passer, he should have did what he did, thrown the flag. And he did go and talk to look like the center judge, I think it was. And they talked it over. But I think he should have brought in maybe one or two other officials. And he's mic'd up anyway. So somebody's telling him from wherever in the booth on quick replays so they don't have to do that. Somebody could have said, hey, man, that didn't meet the definition. And he could have changed that. But if that didn't happen, I don't blame the official. I blame the league, and I also blame the league because the league has not come out formally to defend the official.
Mm-hmm.
The league has allowed for everybody to keep harping on the play and saying that the official made a bad call, was one of the worst calls. Yeah, it was a call. I won't say it was a bad call. He just probably didn't see the whole play. All he saw was Jared slinging him. So in his mind, then, okay, that's what I saw. But he probably wasn't in the right position, as we talk about, in basketball, putting yourself in that right position, just move it a little bit just to see a little bit more. But if I would have been him, based on what I saw from this initial slinging, I might have dropped the flag too.
Mm-hmm.
But then we would have talked about that because, hey, man, I had a bad angle, man, or from my angle, that's what I saw. What did you see? And, hey, if they had to make up something and go to the replay booth, then do that.
Okay.
But I think that it doesn't come down to the official because the official is left with no choice. Let's say if Brady would have got hurt. What would have happened then if he wouldn't have dropped the flag?
Right. Okay. You got anything, Lacey, on it? Anything you want to run by Jerry?
Well, no, I'm just as a fan when I'm watching a game. I didn't actually see that game, but I did see the replays of it. And it looked like a tackle to me. I mean, people get tackled like that all day long. I don't know what the criteria is. As Jerry Galloway said, does it meet the rules? And I don't know what they are for the NFL. However, I've seen, if you're going to throw a flag every time somebody tackles a quarterback, then, there's not going to be any way for any team to defend themselves. I'm not saying that you don't want them to be safe, but once again, we see the NFL with an overreaction sometimes. Okay, Tua got a concussion, but the problem was the week before when he was not diagnosed with what clearly was a problem. Now they're trying to overcompensate in some cases. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like this is probably just kind of a flash in the pan. It's like this particular guy that you don't want to be the guy that got Tom Brady hurt, And so I get that, but when you are the person in charge and of carrying out the rules, or sometimes you got to make a tough decision and say, hey, that's not roughing the passer. It might have looked a little rough, but he didn't slam him down, because I was looking for that when they were talking about it, and I didn't see that. And he rolled over with him, and I think that I'm not sure how it works. Brady wasn't officially down because he hadn't touched the ground, right?
Well, yeah, he did. I think there was more than intent of the slinging. It wasn't, and he slung him, and then sometimes they look at it like this last one that happened last night when the defender put his weight. Well, he came over the top of him, so I think he saw all of that, and he made that quick decision. But he only had a couple of seconds to throw the flag. I heard people say he should have waited and processed the whole thing. But at that time, I saw you sling, I'm throwing the flag, and I don't, once again, just like I think Tyrone, you just flashed something with the official up there, right?
Yeah.
Now, that official's been around for years, but now he's going to get somewhat blackballed because of the call, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not fair to him. The NFL should be coming out, standing by him, saying that we put these rules out. The officials are to enforce the rules that we're giving. Yeah, they're subjective. In every game, you may get something different.
Right.
He made the call. No, it wasn't the right call, but those things happen. He had to make a split decision.
Well, that's the question. Was it the right call? I don't know. I don't know what their criteria is, but if Brady had gotten a concussion from that, and he could have, then nobody would be having this conversation. But
exactly
right,
it didn't happen, So I do respect the referees have a tough job to do, and I just feel like this is just a part of the overreaction that we always get when there's an incident. Then the next week or two, everybody's tiptoeing around on the, you know, and eventually in a week or so, this will go away. There'll be something else coming up. But I feel you about the referee.
Yeah.
He did what he thought was right in the moment.
Yeah, I think he did not necessarily just thought what he thought was right. I also think that had that not happened to Tua the week before, and I promise you, a weekly meeting came out or an email or something came out, just like we get all the time, saying, hey, if this happened, this scenario happened, you are to do this from this point on. I get something every day about a rule change. And so something like that, I guarantee you that week they all got whatever, I think it's like 100 of them or whatever, got that letter or email or phone call and said, this is how you're going to enforce it. So at that time, he was quick to get it because it's like, okay, we were late with tour. I'm going to get this. I'm not, like you said, I'm not going to be the one to get Tom Brady hurt.
Right.
No. But the thing that I do want to point out is it's amazing how they're kind of using this to reframe that whole situation with Tua, because it had nothing to do with the officials.
That's exactly right.
It was a decision that was based on the team, the doctors, or whoever's behind the scenes there. It had nothing to do with the officials. Tua was clearly, he stood up, took a step, and fell down.
Yeah.
You know, the officials didn't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it was just a tackle. And and the one on the Thursday night game, you know, clearly he was hurt, but it was just a tackle.
Yeah.
All right.
The problem wasn't the officials. Now this is acting like the officials had something to do with that.
Right.
Yeah, but that's kind of how the whole conversation is being framed now.
Right.
The official is the one that has to protect Tom Brady.
Exactly.
The official is the one that has to protect Tua. That's not the truth of it.
That's right. It's the league. It's the league. It's the coaches. Like we get it high school and college, right? You'll get it. And we don't even have, they tell us quick, if you think this guy has a concussion, you do not have the right to send that guy out of the game. And I'm like, wow, I know this guy's hurt. What? So yeah, you're not a medical doctor and you don't make that decision. You send him out to the coach. And if the coach wants him to play, but you don't have a right to send him out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what we'll do, we'll get more into stuff like this because we're gonna have some other segments going in the future. And so, Jerry, I definitely appreciate you hanging around and give us some insight on that.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
definitely
really
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Okay. All righty.
Take care.
All right, man. Later.
Peace. That was Jerry Galloway, ladies and gentlemen. Great information. We appreciate him. All right. Take a look. Draymond Green.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. 411. Have we lost somebody?
Where's
Zachariah? Where you at, Zach? This is your part.
Yeah, Draymond Green.
Take a look. Say my welcome. So
take a look. Draymond Green and his teammate Jordan Poole. They get into it in practice.
Okay.
And I think right there, watch it again. All right, they get face to face. There's something being said here, a shove, and then a punch.
That one is like pushing him with his chest.
Yeah, and then did you see the punch?
Yeah, and the guy's like, he pushed him back, like, get off me.
Right, and that is that to me, that's a low blow right there. That is a cheap shot. And Draymond Green is stated, and there's Zach.
There you are, Zachariah. Sorry about that. I didn't.
And there's Zach.
Welcome, buddy.
And the more I think about this, I don't like the punch. I understand that it's that Poole shoved him, but Draymond also walked up on him, and there was a shove. I can get with the shove back, but to swing like that, especially when you see the other coach stepping in too, kind of like, hey guys, cut it out, and then here comes a punch. That's where I feel like it was a real low blow, and Draymond decided to after further review, he's decided now that he's going to kind of step back for a little while. He's going to step away from the Warriors for a little while and get himself together. He's talked about some mental things and all that. But Zach, what do you have to say about it?
Well, I know everybody wants to call it a sucker punch. I'm going to assume all these people call it a sucker punch, or even how you said it's a low blow. They must not have been in a fight before. Draymond walked up on him, and he pushed Draymond. When you put your hands on people, you open up the opportunity for them to put their hands back on you. Now, it might not have been manly if he ran off, but if you don't want to get in an altercation with somebody, you don't put your hands on them. If you do put your hands on somebody, you need to be prepared for them to put their hands back on you. So it was all fair as far as what Draymond did. Now, the problem is you don't expect somebody that is your teammate, family member, or something like that to throw a punch at you and throw a real punch at you.
Yeah, that was a big blow there.
So he threw a real punch at Poole, and there could be numerous reasons why that was done. Maybe it's over contract. Maybe Poole was talking mess. Like, who knows? But real punch. If that was Curry or Clay, I don't think they get punched like that.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, it was a fight. And
yep.
The real thing comes down to, what do the Warriors do about it? And what I don't get, and I don't understand about any of these leagues, and it came up with the Aaron Donald thing during the Rams inter squad. I don't understand how the NBA can't do anything about it, because if Draymond had punched Steve Kerr, would the NBA be involved in doing anything about it? Or would they just say, well, that's inside the team, we can't do nothing? Like, what can the NBA, because the NBA suspended Sarver, that was inside the team.
Yep.
So it shouldn't be on the team to do anything. It should be, nope, this is it comes directly to us, because and all of us, we've worked at places. If you punch somebody like that in the workplace, you're terminated right on the spot. Like, yeah. But that's the part I don't get, why nobody can do anything. And then whatever the Warriors are doing, that, like, Draymond has done this before. So whatever they're doing to change his behavior isn't working. And I don't really want to hear what, like, his apology. To hell with his apology. Like, I'm gonna go back to my past, as I was told. You ain't sorry about what you did. You sorry you got caught.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, don't nobody give a damn about him saying, like, Jordan Poole ain't any less punched because he said he saw, and you know how his family's gonna feel and all this other stuff. If I was Poole, I probably would seek to get my contract from somewhere else besides the Warriors. If I'm being real, he already got a ring. I'd go anywhere but the Warriors. I wouldn't want to be in that environment. But the fact that the Warriors keep allowing Draymond Green to do this, is probably the bigger problem to me. And if Poole, I like to think, I know all of this stuff is kind of going outside the realm. I'm not sure Poole can't sue the team. Now, he probably gets in trouble since he pushed them first, and well, he kind of started it. So that would be my argument if I was going to go against him with the team. But it's ridiculous that Draymond has been allowed to conduct himself like that. And we've talked about this for years, like how he runs it, referees, and all this other stuff, and
all the craziness,
or they don't throw him out of the game after he gets a second tag and everything. So he's been enabled, and I'm not gonna blame Draymond as much. When you got a bad child, whoop the child's ass, and ain't nobody whooped his ass. And probably one final thing, I'm not sure if Draymond Green is a tough guy, because I think he's from Saginaw, Michigan. So I'm not sure if he's a tough guy or if he's a punk yet, because I ain't seen him punch or run up on anybody that could actually do something to him. Like, who cares if you punch Jordan Poole? Even if he'd punch like, Jordan Poole, Curry. But now, he didn't do that to LeBron. Like, I need to see him have that type hostility with somebody that can do something. Like
good
Ron
point,
Artest, like Ron Artest. I'm just saying, like
the Greek freak.
like you going out of your weight class. He probably outweighs Jordan Poole by what? 50, 60 pounds?
Yeah.
Not 80 pounds?
Yeah, hey man, Draymond's a bully. He's a loudmouth. And he's some other good things, but
that's why I say I'm not sure of yet. Is he a bully? I don't know yet.
Well, I'm gonna call. We're just gonna call like we see it. He's dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff. Been preaching about this for years about a lot of his plays. He, when you look at it, he does dirty stuff. and he knows how to. He draws it right up on the line.
Yes.
He actually steps on that line,
Yep.
and he gets as close to it as he
Well over it.
can.
Well over.
And then he tries to act like he didn't do anything, and you know
Correct.
he's just out of control, and he really needs some help, and I hope he gets it, because he's made a lot for himself now. He's come from being a second round pick.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is he going to get it? Because what's the incentive for him to get it? Like, how has he been put? Like Ron Artest, and I don't even blame him for this, but when the Malice in the Palace happened and Ron Artest got suspended and all this other stuff, that forced him to change his behavior. What reason does Draymond have to change his behavior outside of trying to get a new contract?
Okay.
And speaking of contract, go ahead, Lacey. Go ahead.
Okay. I wanted to kind of weigh in on the Draymond thing because one of the things that I wanted to say, especially about this situation, Zach already has pointed out as well, the fact that this is workplace violence. You don't get to like go to
That's
work
very good
because you don't like them.
Yeah,
that's just not cool. And Zach, the one place that I disagree with you is that Draymond Green came over there looking for a fight.
He did, absolutely. But
and if anybody comes up to you, to anybody, any one of us, and they start checking you with their chest.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would have did what Poole did too. I would have
get off me.
Get off me.
So if the court system or whoever would say that Draymond Green was the aggressor and Poole was just trying to protect himself, look, I'm with that. I'm not gonna argue with any of that.
Yeah, Draymond initiated contact, even if it was just like a chest bump kind of thing. It wasn't a friendly chest bump. He was talking trash at the time, and he wanted to start some stuff.
No, you're right.
You're right.
Exactly what you were about to say. That's exactly what he wanted to do.
That's what he was trying to do. And then when the guy pushed him off of him, because the guy's like, if somebody's like right up here in your face and pushing you with their chest, you're gonna be like, get off me. And then Draymond took that opportunity to.
If you told me somehow that Jordan Poole was dating some female that Draymond liked or something like that, like this feels like it's something like it feels way more personal than we just had a dust up on the court. Like I don't know now. It could be over money, like I said, contract, but it feels way personal.
Yeah, to me it feels more like contract situation because Draymond just had a wedding like a couple weeks ago, and I think all kind of celebrities were there.
Now?
Yeah, he just recently got married, I think last month, or it was sometime over the summer. He had a big wedding, and a lot of his friends were there and everything. So, but I do think
on Jordan Poole, who knows?
But I do think because Jordan Poole's been talking since the finals, so we're going back to June when they won the championship. He was talking about getting the bag, and Lacey, what that means is, I wish he was as cool as me, but getting the bag means you about to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So now you about to pull up the Brinks truck. You're going to back it up. And you're going to, we getting all this, we're going to get this money. And so he's looking for that new contract. And since the Warriors won championship and he played a role in it and he's a young guy, they need to try to find somebody to kind of help fill the gaps there with Curry and Clay as they get older.
Okay.
Draymond's long in the tooth. And you can feel it. And you can probably sense that there's probably some talk.
Maybe some of his frustration.
Right. Well, just saying.
The up and coming, when you're like on your way out.
Yeah.
That ego.
Yeah.
Your egos.
And he wants that payday. He wants that one more payday. You know what I mean? So,
but
I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Talking about this, and he was alluding to that particular situation as far as like Draymond wanting to get paid again, and Stephen A was saying, this is Draymond, but he could be. Well, he didn't say exactly this, but I believe that this is true. Like he's canceling himself out. You've already had the best years of your career probably behind you, and at this point, you're more of a liability because you have a pattern of escalating things, and the more you get away with, the more you do. So it's like, why would we pay you any more big bucks? Even if you went to some other team, we're not losing enough.
He don't contribute enough. If he wasn't around, like he's a system player.
Good point.
So even like Jordan Poole ain't keeping him from getting money if that's what he's upset about. He gonna get like he should be around. I say $10-15 million. Like he shouldn't be a max contract guy like supposedly he asking for.
Yeah.
Like that'd be bad business by the Warriors. But
Yeah.
Jordan Poole ain't taking his money. Whatever money Jordan Poole get is Jordan Poole money. If he won't be mad about somebody taking his money, he should have been punching Clay. Because Clay taking money. You should
He go to jail for punching Clay.
Clay ain't played in 2 years.
I'm just saying, if you gonna punch somebody for say they stealing money or getting your money, Clay is getting other people money.
Yeah. I can see that. But see, at this point, like if the Warriors don't sign him, I don't think there's too many other teams that want the headache of Draymond.
Veterans minimum.
Yeah. I mean, he's pooping in his own damn playground or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, you stupid, dude.
Especially if he gonna punch one of your like it really all worked out, and he better be happy that Jordan Poole can take a punch, because what if Jordan Poole couldn't take a punch and he broke his jaw?
Oh my
now
goodness.
we looking at the Geno Smith thing that happened with the Jets when him and the linebacker got into it over a gambling debt. So
they're punching the rocker.
Yeah, so it worked out, and it already looks bad. Like Draymond Green looks like angry black man when you look at that video. Like for real, because it's one thing to say it was just a fight, and then you go see what he did.
Yeah,
like it's hard not to say that he wasn't the aggressor on all of that.
He was. He absolutely was, man. And like you said, there may have been something going on behind the scenes, but you know what? Draymond has not necessarily had to have a catalyst in the past. He just gets mad. Like, who knows why? Jordan Poole probably didn't know why. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? You know, Draymond is like I feel like he's canceling himself out.
Yeah. Well, Lacey, when you said what is going on with you now, that's what our next topic is about. What is going on with Russell Wilson?
Russell.
What is going on with number 3 in Denver? The Broncos as a team have been struggling, but Russell Wilson as well struggling at so far early in the season. As we just stated early in the beginning of the show, the Broncos lost 12-9 to the Colts at home. And so, Zach, he's one of our football analysts. He's a great cornerback, Lacey. This guy was tremendous at the cornerback position in his heyday.
Who are you talking about?
So we definitely want to get his take. Yeah, we're going to get his take on it, and mine as well, and yours. So we're going to just end the show here talking about Russell Wilson and what's going on there in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll start or Zach to start.
Well, you start, Lacey.
I mean, I don't have a lot to say about it. I don't really care about Denver. I like Russell Wilson. I mean,
that's what tells us the truth.
I mean, that's the truth for me. I thought that I was surprised about the trade, and I thought that it's a very different kind of team that he was going to. Seattle was run pass first, and Denver was the opposite. So I was always a little bit leery about how that would work out. I didn't foresee it being as bad as it's been. But there's a learning curve for everybody. I don't think that we've seen the best of Russell Wilson since he's been in Denver, but I feel like we're going to see, better days are ahead. So, I mean, it's like we're 5 weeks into the season. It's like you can't write somebody off after 5 weeks, apparently, unless they miss Trubisky, But I think it's really too soon to push the panic button. So.
Okay. Well, you say it's early, and of course, in the title there
was 12-9.
12-9. Yeah, and in the title,
I didn't see that game.
Right.
Oh, is that all field goals?
Yes.
Yeah. It was exciting.
It
was exhilarating, as Akeem said, in Coming to America. But before we let Zach close it out, because we definitely want to get all his detail, there's a couple things that I ran across where Kurt Warner, and you'll hear his voice, he breaks down a couple plays. I can't remember who the opponent was. It might have been against the Colts, but here's a couple plays on Russell, and maybe this can help explain some things, and we'll go from there.
Of a drive throw. Throw it out in front of him. Don't lay it up. Although you can see here, look what happens. The safety turns his hips in this direction. So I can understand why Russell Wilson is maybe thinking, throw the ball a little bit higher because I got the safety to spin. But again, it's too high. You've got the angle, you've got the throw, you see your receiver going this direction, lay it out in front of him, let him run to it from sideline to sideline, and then let him make a play on the safety. Don't throw it up into harm's way here and give the safety a chance to recover and break this down and actually almost intercept it. This guy.
So that's an example by Kurt Warner. All right. And here's one more.
This guy wants to chase and carry. Yes, I've got a linebacker against Jerry Jeudy, one of my best receivers. But if this guy wants to chase and carry, replace him. Replace him. From there, we read to this outside backer, and we read inside out. So I just want to show you here what happens, okay? So, again, I understand the relationship that he's got with his wide receiver and how he thinks he's better than the other guy. But you can't always throw for touchdowns. You got to let sometimes guys catch it and do the work. So right here, replace. Hit it right there. Nothing that says that guy doesn't score right there. If you feel that this guy's chasing him, then just recover to your outside one. 2nd and 7 right here. We got a chance to get the first down, maybe even score, but set ourselves up for a 3rd and short situation instead of forcing the ball down the middle of the field with a team that's playing it well. And again, not a bad throw, almost got it.
Okay.
All right. So, and not to pile on, but here's the last one.
You have to understand the big picture. And again, I want everybody to understand what Russell Wilson has to see on both sides. So it's not just as simple as we go to the rub side, because if the rub side doesn't win, okay, if it doesn't happen, now I've got to understand what else is going on. So that's part of it. Okay, we need to understand that stuff. But I like the idea that this play is designed that quick is off to the right. I got quick, so I can peek at it. I don't have it, quickly reset, and then I'm going to have to come back and read this. It's all going to happen fast, but need to be able to do this, give my team the best chance to win, and not just be stuck with what's going on over here, because we designed a really good option over here, and it's set up at different timing. So this one, again, on Russell, not peeking to the front side and making that right decision, and then trying to force it in to the backside. And once again, we're walking home with a loss.
All right, Zach, I just wanted to, I know you love to watch the all 22 angles, and, being the defensive back that you are, you could see this from the other angle too. So I just wanted to lay that stuff out there so you can break it all down for us and give us your thoughts on Russell Wilson.
Well, I first go with Kurt Warner when he starts giving you this broad view of everything. This is when, like, they talk about, like, just because a guy completes a pass don't mean he accurate. Did he put it in front of the guy so he could run it, continue to run with it, or does he throw it behind him and he's got to make a one-headed catch and then he falls on the ground right there? Different things like the Devontae Adams thing last night where Derek Carr threw the pass. Now, I kind of think Derek Carr could have thrown a better pass, and then maybe Devontae Adams catches it without bobbling or whatever. Now you convert on that 3rd and 1 instead of going out of bounds with it. And with Wilson asked for something, and he has what he has. This is almost to me like the Shaq and Kobe divorce. When Shaq wanted a divorce from Kobe, he wanted a divorce because he didn't want to be Scottie Pippen. He and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
That's fair.
He wanted to show people, hey, I'm a one. I can carry an organization. This guy is not carrying me. I can do it. Now, I felt how I felt about that or whatever, but it doesn't matter how I felt. Kobe went off and he proved it. Russell Wilson right now is proving that Seattle carried him, that the defense carried him, that the running game carried him, that the reason why Pete Carroll and the offensive coordinator were calling the plays they were calling is because he couldn't execute. Now, the funny thing is, now you got Geno Smith throwing the damn ball everywhere. and he's the 4th ranked quarterback.
Wow.
NFL. So that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good for you if you're Russell Wilson. And I kind of always thought Russell Wilson did make the players in Seattle better once he got to a certain maturity. But it don't feel like that now. When they said Denver, like all those, is the Denver's personnel worse than the Jets? And not even trying to be funny, but no one came into the year saying that the Jets skill players were that damn good.
Right.
With the Broncos skill players, they would say, oh, they're going to be Super Bowl. These guys are this, and this. Would you take? I take the rookie out of Ohio State over any wide receiver on Denver. I take that running back rookie over anybody over Denver, and I might take some of their damn offensive linemen. And look, I can't believe I'm about to say it. I might take the Wilson in New York over the Wilson in damn.
Don't say that.
Hey, at least the Wilson in New York ain't making what, like 160 million or whatever they gave him.
Well, okay. Oh, you're talking about bang for your buck.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
that's fair.
Because has Russell Wilson been better than him? Them damn interceptions. I stopped watching the game last week when they converted the 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter. I was like, okay, it's over. Colts ain't gonna come back. I want to say it was late, like 4 minutes left or something when they converted. And next thing I know, I'm talking to Rob, and he said Wilson threw an interception in the end zone. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And look, and Lacey's right. Like, everybody always wants to get, like, Russell Wilson is a good guy. But damn it, just because you're a good guy don't mean you don't get to do your damn job. Right. And he ain't doing his job. And you just pick it out. Like, make it a little bit better. Have they scored 20 points this year? I think maybe one game?
Maybe one game against the Raiders, maybe.
And everything with Denver is worse. Your skill players is worse. Your offensive line was supposed to be better, but is it better? Your head coach is worse. And
terrible.
Defense is playing well, so I can't blame the defense. Russell Wilson ain't doing his job. And then you got a receiver losing his damn mind because Russell Wilson missed him.
Oh, was it KJ Hamler? I saw that he was beating up his.
Yeah,
because he was open
on that last play, on that last video.
Yeah, that's frustration right there.
But this is what people get confused to. Like, I like Lamar Jackson and I like Mike Vick and everything, and you can see it when they run and the speed and all this stuff. What you can't see with quarterbacks is their mind. Like, Tom Brady's mind runs a 4.240. If you wanted to go with that, whereas Matt Stafford's mind probably runs a 5.4. Like, and not being fun, but you can just see it. Matt Stafford is always throwing a pick 6 or some type of pick, and you have to be able to see everything when it happens. Russell Wilson don't look like he can see what's going on, right? Like, it's going too fast for him right now. As Kurt Ward said, he can't transition from here to here to here, and he should be able to do that. Like, that's why they gave him all that damn money. That's why they brought him in.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I didn't think Seattle would be better by using Geno Smith. I really didn't. I thought they would be in a fight.
But I like Geno Smith.
See, it's going to be at least maybe a smidge far-fetched, especially since they lost the running back now. Seattle at least has a puncher's chance to win that division. Like, because their offense has been too damn good. Their offense shouldn't have been this good. You wouldn't expect it to be this good without Russell Wilson.
No, but you still have, like, big time receivers,
I don't think anybody was
not chump change. Yeah,
true, but I don't think I heard anybody saying Seattle was going to have a good offense and that Geno Smith was going to be good.
Right.
For this offense, they kept saying Seattle don't have a quarterback. They need to get Baker. They need to go get Garoppolo. And I mean, Geno is fine for the most part. Like, he really is.
Yeah.
Okay, man, what? At the end, I just want to say thank you guys. I haven't had a chance to hang out with both of you in a long time, and it's such a pleasure, such a treat for me. Thank you so much.
Well, I got to be honest. I'm happy your Jets are winning. Now, I still ain't sold on Wilson yet, but happy your Jets are winning. And look, y'all play the Packers this week.
I'm not sold on Wilson, so
like y'all can win this game against the Packers. Like, and Garrett Wilson, I want to say that's the one y'all got. Garrett Wilson is a good player, and the corner that y'all got, Gardner. Like, this team has some promise.
And you know what, Zach? When we talked about our quarter pole rookie,
Yes.
And I think you just mentioned who the next quarter pole rookie will be, and that's Sauce Gardner for the Jets. He's really been doing great work on the defensive side of things.
Oh,
And that's a great signing for the Jets. Great draft pick by the Jets.
They are, if their quarterback can play,
remember we started with
have,
Joe Flacco.
He just needs to be average.
Yeah.
And it'll be okay.
Absolutely.
I'm loving every minute of
Mr.
it.
401, hold on before you go. Russell Wilson was your quarterback. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Yeah.
I feel good.
That he's gone?
As James Brown would say, I feel good. I like that. Like, this validates, some things that I've been saying for a long time. And I have nothing. I like Russell Wilson. I have a jersey. Okay. I wore the Seattle jersey to the Atlanta Falcons game in Atlanta. Okay. And I told Jesse Tuggle, the great linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons. Okay. I told Jesse Tuggle, grew up in Columbus, Georgia. Watched the Falcons came on every week. We didn't have all these other channels and stuff back then.
Correct.
I saw the Seahawks maybe 3 times a year. But I did tell him, I said, Seahawks were my team. And I did watch the Falcons. I had no problem with the Falcons. So right then and there, I like Russell. I have nothing against him. But when there's a lot of things that was coming out of Seattle. And I think he started really feeling himself a lot. And I think that he felt like he was bigger than the Seattle team. Not thinking about in 2012 when he was drafted in whatever round it was, as an afterthought, kind of like an afterthought, backup type of position. Let's see what he can do. And because you remember, we brought in Flynn from the Raiders and paid him all that money. Correct. He was supposed to be the starter. Well, Russell came along and did a good job, solid job, kind of a Geno-ish type thing right now. But Seattle was able to build their defense, the Legion of Boom, was able to run the ball with the running game. Yeah. And with him not having that huge contract, that was the way Seattle was getting things done. And I think when stuff started transitioning the other way, and I just felt like Russell thought he was bigger than the team. And now he has the opportunity to do what he wants. And so, I think that he probably would have second thoughts about it. Outside of his contract, by the way, I think he would have second thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't think he got no second thoughts.
I'm as far as the field, because in Seattle, he pretty much had it, had it where you needed it.
I don't think so.
Kind of had it where he needed it in Seattle. Beloved, had the good weaponry. The system was great, but I think he just wanted some more. I think he wanted more of that, being out in front a little bit more versus being a part of the system. Well, so I'm good with it.
He's out in front.
Yeah. That takes time.
Yeah.
That takes time for it to gel.
My only argument with that there, Lacey, is when they play one more game, that'll be 6 games. So that's going to be almost 33% of the season. We ain't give you $160 million for you. Like, we want you to fix this now. I can't be waiting for you to fix this.
Well, I mean, I
agree with you there, because they're he's like in a division where it's like,
and that's the other thing. He said, you know what? Not only am I going to leave Seattle, but send me to the division with Patrick Mahomes. And I don't think much of him, but people love old boy down in San Diego. I mean, with the Chargers.
LA, yeah.
So now you in a division with him, and Derek Carr ain't supposed to be that bad. So Derek Carr is at least a competent. So you went to a division that was a quote unquote, yes. And yeah, you probably thought you came from a challenger division, but the West is slightly down now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I feel like they're gonna figure some things out one way or another, and it's just like when you go to an environment that's so different from where you've been. Like Tom Brady, to be fair, he went from New England to Tampa, and they weren't winners at the time that he got there. And he started winning right away. So that creates a blueprint for everybody that comes behind you that is absolutely impossible to sustain that. You know what I mean? So like Russell Wilson isn't necessarily doing bad. It's just like he's not doing what Tom Brady did. And so now he looks like crap. You know what I mean? It's like it just happened.
But it's looking kind of bleak.
Well, yeah, but remember Brady got to take Gronk with him. You know, if Russell Wilson had been able to take DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett with him, I think he would be doing a lot better. But that's not the way.
Would he? Because them past couple years of Seattle didn't necessarily suggest that.
I'm just saying. You know, but I feel like we haven't seen the best of Russell Wilson, so that this season is going to offer. I feel like it's going to get better. It has to.
It better.
Look, Lacey. Things can change, and it's fair that there's adjustment.
It's early.
It's fair that there's a time for adjustments and things like that. But but as Zach said, I mean, they paid him as if he is the man, the man in the NFL, not just a good quarterback,
but
the best quarterback.
Everybody doesn't make the difference. You know, you gotta put a team around him that goes to his strengths, not just take the people around him and try to make them a part of what his strengths are. You know what I mean? It's
well, maybe he should have went somewhere else then.
Huh?
Because he chose to go there, if I'm not mistaken.
He said, "I'll take $160 million, thank you."
Yeah,
I would have said the same.
I'll just say good for Seattle that they're one of the few teams that understood we're not paying this quarterback all this money. So I'm gonna give them credit that they put their foot down in the organization.
That's fair because they had the bird's eye view. They knew what they were giving up.
Yep.
All right.
And they said, "See you later."
Yep. All right.
They said, "Ciao."
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to y'all, "Ciao." It was such a pleasure.
But he does still get to wake up with Sierra every morning. So regardless of how bad it is on the football field,
consolation prize.
The other part of his life is he's still winning.
He sleeps well at night.
Oh,
yeah.
He's definitely winning. We're just talking about the football game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, very, very good spirited show. Lacey, glad you was able to hang around.
Thank you.
And congrats to your teams, your squads. Zach, as always, a pleasure.
Yes.
Dropping the knowledge.
It'll be great to hear the review of these Cowboys and the Eagle fan. So
that was really fun.
We'll bring them back in.
Yes, I would like to be a part of that, please.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We gotta. Yeah, because that's the NFC East crew right there. So yeah, the NFC East right there.
But I'm gonna guess Cowboy fans may be a little disappointed come Monday morning.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Nick. Shout out to Jerry.
Yes.
Shout out to Randy for joining the show. And they definitely enjoyed it. And as they keep sending messages in, and all their people enjoying it. So
thank you.
Great. Yeah, we definitely appreciate
it.
Yep, Sunday night. And I'd say watch the Eagles offensive line and how well the Cowboys pass rush and everything, if they get him in that, does against the Eagles offensive line. Like if the Cowboys can handle the Eagles offensive line, we'll know the Cowboys are real.
There it is. We're going to see. All right. Well, everybody have a great one. We thank everybody for watching and listening.
Okay. Ciao.
Sports Brothers out.
Bye. Yes.